Today, I want to talk about dental and vision insurance. Often, these benefits can be overlooked by individuals and employers alike. However, when it comes to healthcare, dental benefits and vision benefits are very important. In fact, dental health is very closely linked to physical health and well-being, and not taking care of your teeth can have adverse health consequences and cost more money for claims on the health plan. Dental insurance and vision insurance functions somewhat differently than health insurance, and I want to discuss those today. First, we're going to start with dental insurance. Dental insurance can be offered with a network or without a network. With a network, it's often a PPO or some type of preferred provider or premier provider where dentists have negotiated rates with the insurance carrier and they have agreed to certain terms and conditions so that your experience can be better because you can give your dentist your ID card and they will submit the claim to your insurance company and then at a reduced cost because that network discount is going to be a discounted rate over the total bill charges. Sometimes a cash payment can save you money. Other times it won't. It really depends on the dental office you choose to go to. An HMO dental option is also commonly available, similar to a health maintenance organization for healthcare. A HMO dental plan does the same thing in that they focus on preventive care, and the cost for what you would pay out of pocket is typically less. Premiums also can be less. However, you get more extensive coverage. So typically with a dental HMO, you're going to get more dental services for your premium, let's say. However, you have to see a specific dental office. You cannot go to any dentist you choose, even in an emergency situation. With a dental HMO plan, you have to go to one of the dental offices available through that HMO. And maybe there's an office close by, or maybe there isn't. It's very important when you look at these benefits to make sure that there is a dental provider who you can access and get to within that network. You want to make sure that they're not too far away, and you want to make sure that they are accepting new patients in order to utilize those dental options. Dental HMOs may or may not have a deductible. It's common for them to waive the deductible and not have an annual maximum. What that means for you is that you have more dental services available to you that would be covered under the insurance than if you went to a dental PPO route or even a dental point of service route where they don't accept your insurance card and you have to file all of the claims with your insurer directly. So dental HMOs typically are the better option when you need a lot of dental care and you can access a dental provider in that network, which is going to be very, very limited. For more provider choices, you would want to select a dental PPO or premier option, and this would allow more dental offices and dentists to be considered in the network. If they're in the network, they would accept your insurance card, they would bill the insurance carrier, and then we would bill you once they receive the information from the insurance company. If you choose this option, there is coverage for care outside of that dental network. It's just going to cost you more money. You won't get the same discount, and they're not going to submit the claim on your behalf. If you choose to go to a dentist outside of your network and you have a dental option like a PPO plan or a point of care plan, then you would need to be aware of how to submit those claims to your insurance company if you see a dentist that's not in the dental network. With these types of plans, what's common is you would see a structure where preventive care is commonly covered at 100%. Basic care, which would be things like fillings, would be covered at 80% after your deductible. And then major services like crowns and bridges or extensive dental work would be covered commonly at 50% after the deductible. The deductible is typically $50 per person, up to $150 per family. Doesn't have to be. That is the typical spread that we see for dental PPO or premier policies, but that is not the rule. Certainly other arrangements and other types of plans are available. What is next important for you to understand with these dental options is the annual out-of-pocket maximum for your insurer, not for you. As you may be aware, if you've listened to some of my other videos on a healthcare plan, there's what's called the annual out-of-pocket maximum, which is the maximum amount you would pay out of pocket for covered in-network services. It is not the same on a dental plan. On a dental plan, rather, it is considered an annual maximum, not an out-of-pocket maximum for you, but an annual maximum amount that the insurer will pay towards your claim. And this could be $1,200, $1,500, or $2,000. It really depends on the plan. You'll want to reference that plan design, reference your benefits booklet or your highlight sheet, whatever information that you are provided. Obviously, your benefit booklet or your certificate of coverage or your enrollee certificate, they have different names for the same thing, will have more information, and it's best to have a copy of that document for specific questions. However, you should have access to some type of highlight sheet that shows those benefits. And then let's look at orthodontia on a dental plan. Often orthodontia is not covered, or if it is covered, it's only covered at 50% and only for children under the age of 19. There are dental plans available that offer orthodontia coverage. Those have a higher premium amount, especially if orthodontia is offered for adults. However, with a dental HMO plan, often orthodontia is included and included for adults as well. So that's another common difference between the dental HMO plans and a traditional dental PPO or a point of service or point of claim plan, is the difference in coverage options. If orthodontia is covered, you'll want to check to see whether it is orthodontia for child only or if adults can have orthodontia treatment as well. Also, what's important to note is that there will be a separate maximum limit for orthodontia, and that is going to not accrue the same as your maximum limit for other dental services. And the orthodontia maximum is not an annual maximum, it is a lifetime maximum. So be aware of that as you're looking at the dental benefits and you're trying to pick which plan is right for you or which plan would be best for your employees, or maybe you're going to offer a couple plans for your employees to choose from, which is a great option when you have employees with diverse needs, which tends to be the case in today's workforce. Again, dental annual maximum is the maximum the insurance company will pay, not the maximum you will pay. So it's very important that you pay attention to those details in your dental plan. Vision plans are very important for individuals who need to have glasses or contacts, or individuals with diabetes. It's important that they get their eyes checked regularly, as there can be complications with eyesight due to complications with diabetes. And there are other diseases as well that correlate to poor eyesight or potential changes in vision that need to be addressed by an optometrist or an ophthalmologist. So it's important for you to be aware of whether you have employees that would benefit from this coverage option, because it is very helpful for those of us who do have corrective lenses. When it comes to a vision plan, there are options available, such as a PPO, preferred provider organization option, or there are other vision options which might be a hardware-only option. What that means is that there is no network of providers, and you can really go to any provider you want, and that insurance plan is going to pay up to a set amount. And it's not going to vary based on provider. With the exception of provider type, it is very common for a vision benefit to have a separate allowable amount. If you go to, say, Costco or Walmart as an example, or another retail store, they might have covers frames or lenses up to $130 unless you go to one of these retail outlets, and then it'll cover up to, say, $70. These are just examples. $130 a pretty common reimbursement amount for frames or contact lenses. However, it's not set in stone. Every benefit plan can have some differences and variability. The biggest difference between a network vision option and a non-network vision option is simply that you don't have a network. So without a network, you go to whichever vision provider you choose, and you need to have the understanding that you will pay money up front for the service, and then you will submit the claim for reimbursement to the insurer. It's very important to know every insurer is going to have a different process for submitting that claim. It depends on who your insurer is. However, for a dental claim or a vision claim, what you will need for reimbursement is going to be the same, and that is going to be an itemized bill from your provider that shows the date of service, the name of the patient, information on the diagnosis. So you'd have a diagnostic code, and then you would have another code, which would be representative of the treatment, the service, or the hardware that you would be receiving for those visits. And it's very important for all of that information to be included along with the price. Yes, the price is important, but more important, your insurer is not going to reimburse those services unless they can verify that A, the service happened during the coverage period, B, the service was provided to a member on the plan. That's why you need the patient's name. And C, that it was a covered service. And to determine if it's a covered service, they're going to look at both the diagnostic information as well as the treatment information. And there will be some specific codes that you will need to provide to your insurer for this reason. Also, information that might be necessary would be an NPI number, which is a national provider number that the insurer would be able to use to determine information about that provider, including licensing information, which is why it's commonly asked for on a claim form. And then they may ask for proof of payment as well, depending on your insurer, or just proof of the bill. And it's going to be important for you to understand if any additional documentation might be necessary for the claim. And that information would come from the insurer, or it would be listed on the claim form. Vision insurance is helpful not only for glasses or contacts, but also you can have an exam to determine the health of your eye, to determine whether or not you may have cataracts, for example, or maybe there's an issue with pressure building up in your eye that you would need to be aware of. Therefore, it is important to get a vision exam, even if you don't wear corrective lenses, because you want to be aware of the health of your eye. Just as your dental health is tied very closely to physical health, your eye health also is indicative of physical health, and certain physical ailments can make it more important for you to need to see a healthcare provider, an ophthalmologist, or an optometrist who can diagnose the overall health of your eyes, because they can detect things early sometimes, as well as save your vision if necessary. And then also, for dental, there is a lot that can be said about your health, and your health is adversely affected if you do not go and get those dental checkups. It's really important because gum health and gum disease can impact heart health, and just holistically, it's all interconnected, and it matters as part of a good preventive routine. You really should see your doctor at least once a year for an annual physical, for a healthcare checkup. And then just as important for your overall health, you really should see your dentist at least once a year for your dental exam, and you should see your eye doctor at least once a year for your vision exam. And then with these three exams, you can get a much better picture of your overall health, as well as information from these providers on what you can do to maintain your health. And then also it's very helpful to have insurance in order to be able to go have these checkups. As we all know, healthcare continues to get more expensive, so does dental care and vision care, and health insurance can help break down those barriers and provide access to individuals who otherwise would not get those necessary checkups without coverage. Dental and vision insurance is not prohibitively expensive in most cases. And if you're an employer looking to offer additional coverage, these options can be very affordable because you can offer them on a voluntary basis, meaning that you don't pay any portion of the premium. Your employees are responsible for 100% of that premium. And then the only cost that you take on as an employer would be the costs to administrate these programs. And so to track the enrollment, to enter it in your payroll, to withhold those earnings. And then if you have a Section 125 cafeteria plan, you can allow those employees to pay their premium pre-tax, which also saves you as the employer money on taxes as well. And the option for your employees is much better to purchase the insurance through you as the employer because they'll get a discounted premium versus just purchasing those dental and vision policies in the individual marketplace. There aren't the same subsidies available for dental and vision coverage in the marketplace as are available for healthcare policies. So if you're an employer and you think that you don't have the money to offer benefits, I would ask you to reconsider. There are affordable options available to you, including just offering dental and vision on a voluntary basis. If you enjoyed this video, but you still have questions on what is dental and vision insurance all about, and is it something that I should look into, please let me know. Just drop me a comment in the video. I do want to ensure that I am providing valuable content for you. And the more I know about what it is that you're looking for, the easier it will be to ensure that I provide that information. Thank you so much for watching today, and I hope you have a great one. Take care.